Imagine stepping into a world where timeless elegance meets modern functionality in the perfect compact space. Welcome to Home and Harmony, your go-to channel for creative decor ideas designed to elevate every corner of your home. Whether you're decorating a cozy living room or transforming a small bedroom, we bring you fresh design inspirations that work for any space. Today, we're diving into the Grandmillennial aesthetic, an exciting mix of nostalgia and modern convenience, ideal for creating a stylish yet functional studio apartment. Stick with us to the end, and by the time the video finishes, you'll be ready to design a space that balances vintage charm with modern-day comfort. Before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment below if you enjoy this design inspo. Grandmillennial style is all about combining timeless elegance with modern-day convenience, making it the perfect choice for small spaces. At its core, this aesthetic celebrates vintage charm with floral patterns, antique furnishings, and rich, textured fabrics like velvet, linen, and damask. But what sets it apart from traditional decor is its ability to mix these classic elements with modern, functional pieces. The result is a space that feels cozy and inviting, yet incredibly stylish and up-to-date. This style isn't just about surrounding yourself with pretty things. It's about creating a living environment that tells a story while serving a purpose. To make this style work in your own space, think about how you can merge the old with the new. For example, a vintage floral armchair could be paired with a sleek, contemporary coffee table. Adding a modern, neutral sofa can help ground the space, making it feel balanced and approachable. The key is to mix and match. Use vintage mirrors with ornate frames to bring in personality, and opt for antique-inspired rugs that add warmth and charm. Don't forget to add modern lighting fixtures like a minimalistic chandelier or sleek table lamps to make the space feel fresh and bright. The beauty of Grandmillennial design is in its harmony, the way each piece works together to tell a narrative that feels both nostalgic and effortlessly stylish. Are you dreaming of a cozy, stylish, and timeless studio apartment that blends the charm of vintage elements with modern functionality? The Grandmillennial aesthetic is your perfect solution. With its unique fusion of nostalgic decor, botanical accents, and a touch of contemporary flair, it's an ideal design for creating a space that feels both classic and fresh. Start by choosing a neutral color palette with soft pastels and earthy tones. Think warm beiges, mint greens, and blush pinks as your base, creating a soothing environment. That sets the tone for the entire room. Layer this with vintage-inspired furniture. Opt for timeless pieces like a tufted sofa or a classic wooden writing desk. You'll want furniture that's functional, but also has that charming heirloom feel. Next, infuse your space with greenery. Plants are an essential part of the Grandmillennial style, adding life and vibrancy to your home. Incorporate a variety of plants, from tall fiddle leaf figs to hanging ivy. Place them strategically near windows to let natural light enhance their beauty, and choose vintage planters that complement your furniture style. For storage, look for multifunctional pieces. Think an ottoman with hidden compartments or a chic side table that doubles as a storage unit. These not only keep your apartment clutter-free, but also tie in seamlessly with the aesthetic. Finally, lighting is key. Choose vintage-inspired chandeliers or soft table lamps with fabric shades to create a warm and inviting atmosphere. A crystal chandelier or brass sconces can bring a touch of elegance to your space. With these easy, step-by-step tips, you'll have a timeless studio apartment that's perfect for lounging, working, and entertaining, all while embracing the unique beauty of the Grandmillennial aesthetic. First impressions are everything, especially when it comes to the entryway of your apartment. As the first space you and your guests encounter, it sets the tone for the rest of your home. In Grandmillennial style, entryways should blend functionality with charm. A coat rack or hook with a vintage design adds character while keeping your outerwear neatly organized. Add a small bench or seat to create a practical spot to take off your shoes, or even a lovely area to store your bags and accessories. These small touches make a big difference, helping you maximize the potential of a space often overlooked. Beyond function, this area can be a perfect spot to showcase personal style and design. You can opt for a mirror with a beautifully ornate frame to reflect light and make the entry feel more spacious. Consider adding some family photos in vintage frames or a decorative vase with fresh flowers to introduce color and life. A textured rug with a soft pastel color can pull the entire space together, making it feel welcoming and stylish. Remember, your entryway doesn't have to be large to make a big statement. It just needs to be thoughtfully designed. By choosing the right accessories and furniture pieces, you'll turn this small space into a warm, inviting introduction to your home. In a small apartment, open-plan living is one of the smartest ways to maximize space while maintaining style and functionality. When designing a Grandmillennial-inspired open-plan layout, it's all about creating defined zones without the need for walls or partitions. This approach helps maintain a sense of openness while still allowing each area to serve its purpose. The trick is to design each zone with both style and practicality in mind. For example, you can arrange your living area with a comfortable sofa, vintage armchairs, and a coffee table, while the dining area can feature a charming antique table surrounded by cozy chairs. Creating flow between the different spaces is key. Use furniture placement to subtly divide your living room from your dining area and kitchen, making sure each area is distinct yet cohesive. In the kitchen, you might use open shelving to display beautiful vintage plates or cookware, blending style and practicality. A large vintage-style mirror on one wall can reflect light, adding a sense of spaciousness to the open-plan design. The key to success is keeping the space uncluttered while still injecting personality with unique vintage finds. By doing this, you'll create an open, airy environment where style meets functionality, perfect for small spaces like studio apartments. One of the hallmarks of Grandmillennial design is the use of multifunctional furniture. In smaller apartments, it's essential to choose pieces that offer both style and practicality. Multifunctional furniture allows you to make the most out of your space without sacrificing comfort or aesthetics. For example, consider investing in a daybed that works as both a comfortable seating area and a cozy bed for guests or for your own use at night. This allows you to create a versatile living space that easily transitions between day and night. Similarly, vintage trunks are a fantastic addition to any Grandmillennial apartment. They can serve as both storage and a statement piece, offering a place to stow away extra linens, books, or seasonal items while functioning as a stylish coffee table. Think of other multifunctional pieces like fold-out dining tables, compact desks, or even storage ottomans that provide extra seating and storage. The goal is to select furniture that doesn't just look great, but is also highly functional. By choosing pieces with dual purposes, you'll ensure that your small apartment remains organized and visually appealing, all while maintaining the vintage charm that defines the Grandmillennial aesthetic. The bedroom is your personal sanctuary, and in a Grandmillennial-inspired space, it should feel both cozy and reflective of your unique style. To create a truly inviting retreat, start with the foundational elements, such as a comfortable bed, dressed in soft, luxurious bedding. Look for bedding with vintage-inspired floral prints, delicate lace, or embroidered details to add a nostalgic touch. Layer these with plush throw pillows in complementary colors and textures like velvet, linen, and cotton. Mixing fabrics creates a tactile experience that adds warmth and depth to your room. Choose soft pastel hues like blush pinks, muted blues, or sage greens to foster a tranquil atmosphere perfect for relaxation. For the furniture, seek out classic pieces that hold sentimental value or incorporate vintage finds that tell a story. A carved wooden bed frame, for example, can instantly elevate the space with a touch of old-world charm. Pair it with an antique nightstand and a vintage vanity to bring in those nostalgic elements. Don't forget about the lighting. An elegant vintage-style chandelier or table lamps with pleated shades can add both beauty and function to your bedroom. Decorative touches like family heirlooms or cherished keepsakes can be displayed on shelves or dressers to truly personalize the space. Remember, your bedroom is a reflection of who you are, so make sure to incorporate elements that make you feel at home. In small apartments, clever storage solutions are key to maintaining a clean and organized space while still adhering to the Grandmillennial aesthetic. One of the best ways to maximize space without compromising on style is by utilizing vertical storage. Consider tall bookshelves or storage cabinets that reach up to the ceiling, taking full advantage of unused wall space. A bookshelf with intricate details or antique-style finishes can blend seamlessly with your vintage decor, adding character while providing much-needed storage for books, knickknacks, or other essentials. Floating shelves are another great option. They offer additional storage while keeping your floor space clear and open. For the bedroom, think about utilizing underbed storage, whether it's through a bed with built-in drawers or a vintage trunk that doubles as a decorative storage piece. Similarly, incorporating furniture with hidden compartments is a smart way to store extra linens, seasonal items, or personal belongings. Stylish storage baskets or woven bins placed under side tables or in the closet can also help maintain organization without sacrificing the vintage charm. By choosing pieces that offer both storage and style, you'll keep your apartment functional, organized, and beautiful, all while ensuring the space doesn't feel overcrowded. Clever storage allows you to enjoy the grand millennial aesthetic without compromising on practicality. A vintage-inspired kitchenette is the perfect place to infuse your home with charm and personality while maintaining functionality. Begin by selecting classic, timeless appliances with a retro flair, such as a pastel-colored refrigerator or a vintage-style stovetop. These pieces can become the focal point of your kitchen while adding a playful, nostalgic element. To keep things fresh and practical, mix these vintage elements with modern functionality. For example, use sleek, minimalist cabinets to balance out the more ornate vintage pieces, creating a contrast that is both stylish and efficient. Open shelving is also a great way to display vintage dishware, copper pots, or glass jars filled with dried herbs, adding character to the space while keeping everything easily accessible. To enhance the vintage vibe, incorporate patterns and textures into the design. A floral patterned backsplash or embroidered tea towels can add a subtle nod to grand millennial style without overwhelming the space. Vintage-style lighting, such as pendant lamps with brass finishes or retro-inspired sconces, can set the mood and add warmth. Finally, consider adding personal touches like an old-fashioned radio or vintage-inspired canisters to bring in some character and create a space that feels welcoming and lived in. By blending old and new, you'll create a kitchenette that is not only practical for everyday use, but also filled with charm and nostalgia. Lighting plays an essential role in grand millennial design by setting the mood and highlighting the timeless elegance of the space. To achieve the perfect balance of functionality and nostalgia, opt for vintage-style lighting fixtures that evoke a sense of classic sophistication. A brass chandelier with intricate detailing can serve as a stunning focal point in the living room or dining area. For a more intimate, cozy atmosphere, consider table lamps with pleated shades or sconces with decorative designs to add a soft, warm glow. Layer your lighting to create depth and interest. Use ambient lighting for overall illumination, task lighting for specific areas like reading nooks, and accent lighting to highlight artwork or special features. In addition to the classic fixtures, don't underestimate the power of natural light. Grand millennial style embraces natural light, so use sheer curtains or light-colored drapes to allow sunlight to filter through the space. This will not only make the room feel brighter, but also emphasize the vintage elements in your home. Mirrors are another great way to maximize natural light. Place them strategically across from windows to reflect light throughout the room, making your apartment feel more expansive. The right lighting can completely transform your space, creating a nostalgic ambiance that complements the overall vintage aesthetic while also serving as a practical element for daily use. One of the easiest and most effective ways to add life to any space, especially within the Grandmillennial aesthetic, is by incorporating greenery. Plants not only add a refreshing touch of nature to your home, but they also bring in a sense of tranquility and freshness that complements vintage-inspired decor. When choosing plants, go for varieties that thrive in indoor spaces such as ferns, snake plants, or ivy. These plants are not only low maintenance but also help purify the air, creating a healthier living environment. Pair them with decorative planters that fit the vintage vibe. Think ceramic pots, wicker baskets, or ornate brass planters to match your Grandmillennial style. The beauty of greenery is that it can blend effortlessly into any room, adding pops of color and texture without overwhelming the space. To make the most of your plants, consider varying the size and placement throughout your home. Large, leafy plants can become stunning focal points in the corners of rooms, while smaller plants can be placed on windowsills, shelves, or side tables. Hanging plants are another fantastic option. Use macrame planters or hanging baskets to elevate the greenery, drawing the eye upward and creating a more dynamic visual flow. Additionally, don't forget about incorporating plants in your bathroom or kitchenette. The right plant can add a charming touch to any space, whether it's a small succulent on a countertop or a trailing vine in a bathroom window. Greenery has the ability to breathe new life into your Grandmillennial apartment, helping to balance out the vintage elements with natural beauty and a calming presence. Creating a Grandmillennial apartment is all about blending vintage charm with modern convenience, resulting in a space that feels both nostalgic and practical. To achieve this, focus on building a retreat that feels timeless, one where you can truly relax and unwind. Choose furnishings and accessories that evoke a sense of comfort, like a plush armchair or a cozy throw blanket, while also showcasing elements of history, such as antique furniture or family heirlooms. The key is to create a layered, curated space that tells a story, with each piece having a purpose and significance. Don't be afraid to mix and match vintage and contemporary elements. This balance is what gives Grandmillennial style its unique charm. A vintage chest of drawers paired with a modern minimalist light fixture, for example, is a perfect representation of this fusion. Beyond just the furniture, make sure to incorporate elements that enhance the overall vibe of timeless elegance, such as soft lighting and textured fabrics. The use of warm neutrals, pastels, and a mix of bold accents will make the space feel welcoming, yet refined. Layering different textures, such as velvet cushions, linen curtains, and wool rugs, can make the space feel cozy and inviting, adding depth and dimension. Remember, the ultimate goal is to create a retreat where you can escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life, offering both comfort and nostalgia. By choosing pieces that have long-lasting appeal and infusing the space with personal touches, you'll have a timeless home that will stay stylish for years to come.